sorry, Grandma, can't visit you. I might catch COVID. It's like,
and if you ever need me, just use one of those Hand of God devices. Did you see that?
No.
The Hand of God is a thing that they fill up 2 plastic like rubber gloves with warm water and then put like one on top and one underneath so it feels like they have like a loved one with them or something.
That's disturbing.
And they're calling it the Hand of God.
More like the hand of water sack. That's horrible.
Okay, so this is what it looks like.
Slime balls. Ew. What the heck? Yeah, it's just creepy.
Nurses in Brazil have come up with a novel idea to comfort COVID-19 patients, one emulating human touch.
The other emulating human testicles.
With people infected with coronavirus spending days in isolation, away from their loved ones, nurses in a hospital here found an innovative solution to extend themselves a compassionate hand with just a pair of disposable gloves.
You guys aren't going to believe this.
They used 2 disposable gloves and tied them up after filling them with hot water. A journalist working with Gulf News shared an image on Twitter showing the inflated gloves kept on the hands of a COVID-19 patient, stimulating human touch. I think it's simulating.
This will stimulate my human touch. Oh.
The caption of the heartwarming post reads,
it's not heartwarming, it's depressing.
The Hand of God, nurses trying to comfort isolated patients in a Brazilian COVID isolation ward. My gosh.
Like, this is for actually dying patients, right?
I don't know if it's dying patients, but I guess patients that are like, I mean, they must be in critical enough condition that they're in like isolation wards and everything. So basically people who've been isolated from COVID. It only lasts 2 weeks, doesn't it?
Kill him.
How long could you be isolated for? To the point where you need like the touch of a loved one. Okay, whatever. 2 disposable gloves tied, full of hot water, simulating impossible human contact. Yeah, he said simulating now. So I think the earlier mention of stimulating
stimulates human contact.
Salute to the frontliners and a stark reminder of the grim situation our world is in. The
comforting, stark reminder.
The photo garnered thousands of likes on Twitter. That's not many.
That's not a lot. Plus, Twitter doesn't show dislikes, so...
Yeah,
Twitter likes is almost meaningless.
With many people retweeting it, several users concurred that such healing touch was much needed during this glum time. Last paragraph. 3 out of 4 private hospitals have stated that they have limited supplies that could only last for a week or less to treat coronavirus patients. The National Association of Private Hospitals said in a survey carried out on over 88 hospitals across Brazil.
Imagine taking a dump like this with the toilet in front of you. That would suck. Just saying. Just keeping it real.
Going into a little bit more of it.
What is
from news? This is the same Hand of God thing, but from Newsweek.
It's so interesting.
Quoting the nurses who did it, they said, "We decided to do it as a form of affection, cuddling, humanization, as if someone was taking their hand, and also to soften the extremities that were very cold."
Boy, the hand of the hand of Buddha.
Twitter users were touched by the moving image. Only a nurse would think of this. Heartbreaking and beautiful at the same time.
Only a nurse could lack the ingenuity to think of something better than this.
This photograph needs to be memorialized in records of this pandemic, another chimed in. quote, so heartbreaking, but so beautiful that these nurses did this to provide their patients comfort.
Twitter
Bless
user
them.
Twitter user Fart Bucket says, "Boy, this is a good thing."
Others weighed in on their own devastating COVID-19 stories. My biggest trauma from this whole pandemic is one of my dying patients only feeling my gloved hand holding theirs as they passed.
So I took my hand away and gave them a fake hand.
It's a good point.
The worst part was like, come on, don't get all. It's like, so wait, no, you felt weird because you were holding the hand of somebody dying.
Now,
They
remember,
felt fine.
these are quotes, supposedly quotes from nurses, but there's no names attached to any of them or actual like evidence that these quotes are real.
Well, when I held the patient's hand as they were dying, all I could think to myself was, "Gosh, I wish this wasn't my hand."
This is
Like,
based
what the
on
heck?
what. It is very sad and heartbreaking for everyone. Inpatients, intubated, without contact with family, without contact with anyone. I don't know what I just read.
Me neither.
That's actually the end.
Good.
Wow. Well, Derek, what have you learned? Tell us what you've learned.
I think I might need one of those hands of God's when we record these things, so I can be sitting there and be like, they should have just used severed human hands.
But those aren't as warm, I don't think. Unless if you like heat them
chuck
up.
them in the toaster for a couple minutes. Let's end it like this.